second question was like find a right interval. This question was basically from the tag binary search. So it's it does says like if we have some 2D vector or a 2D array, you can say, and we just have to check whether the ith array or ith vector, uh, in the ith vector, the last value should be greater than or equal to the if we are checking for this 3 comma 4, then we have to check whether this 4 uh, is greater than or equal to this, um, or this, like, so if it doesn't have any such arrays, then we will return -1. For this case 2 comma 3, we can see that this the last value of this array has equal to the array at the 0th index, so we have to return 0. And in this case 1 comma 2, we are saying that the last value 2 and the array at the index even 2 comma 3, the lower bound is all is uh, 2. So basically we have to return the index of the vector, so it's 1. I guess it's pretty much simple to understand. So do you have any questions regarding the problem?
What about duplicates? We are not allowed.
So it is already mentioned over that here that we have to assume that no
Okay,
intervals
okay.
have same starting point.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks. Sorry.
I have not coded this one, but I do have an approach for this. So what I did was, so I first started with how I can have this ordered first. So what I did was sort them out, sort the numbers in the order of their first numbers. Like in this case, it will be 1, 2, 2, 3, and then 3, 4. And then take each element and then do a binary search on the entire array, except for the element which is being considered based on the second element in the current element. Like if I am searching for the element which is after the 3, I'll take the 2 3 pair. I'll take for the binary search of 3 and try to find the seal of that in the array. If I am able to find that, that's the index which I will take up. So during the course of this, what I figured out was we are doing the similar kind of activity twice. Like once we are sorting the elements and then doing the same activity, taking each element and then finding the corresponding seal. So what I did was came up with a modified merge sort kind of approach, where instead of just sorting the elements, I found the index which is the next one. So if there's already an index assigned to a position, I check whether the element which is being considered is already greater than or smaller than the end.
Okay, shall I go with my approach, what I did?
Sure.
I have one question. If I understood right, so why are we sorting the? I understand the sorting part of the the start elements, like because we have to compare the end point of the one of the intervals. But why did you mention that we are also sorting in the beginning each interval, like we are putting them as 1 2 2 3 and 3 4, like something like that?
I guess not. We just have to see the last value.
Correct.
We have to just see the last and the first value. So we can create two different vectors, or we can create two different
Right.
arrays,
Okay,
and
then
then we
maybe
can sort just the first one.
Sure. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind, sorry about that.
So what I did is I just iterated over the 2D vector, and then I just pushed all the elements in the front, like 3, 2, and 1, and created it as a first. Then I created one more pair which had two data types integer, and I made a pair of the intervals like the last intervals 4, 3, and 2, and their indexes as well because I need those indexes afterwards. So I sorted the vector, the pair of vectors, and then I looked the lower bound. Like if we need the lower bound of 2, then we will be easily getting it with the help of the C++ STM. It's basically a binary search we are doing, and I just used a iterator pointer and then just pushed into a new answer vector, and then I returned it.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing which I did first, but then I modified it to a modified merge sort. I'll
Okay.
post the solution on
Yeah, please.
the Slack.
Okay. So, are there any other approaches? Anyone?
Can you just explain the part once again? Like I understand until where you are sorting the vectors.
Okay, so from here, like
Yes.
yeah, so in the vector pair, it has the first first data like the 3, 2, 1, and I I made this pair with the with its indexes like 3 comma 0, then 2 comma 1, then 1 comma 2. So I sorted the pair of vectors depending upon the what was the value of the uh, first array. So after getting the sorted vector, I iterated through this vector, and then I found the lower bound of the first of I, like what was my first of I. And for this, since I had a pair of vectors, so I did a -1 in the second part, and I got the index value. And if the index value was equal to the first dot size, then I pushed back -1. Else, I just put check the string, check the second part of the pair.
Okay. Okay, makes sense. I was a little confused with the lower bound function. I think it's specific to C++. But
Yeah, it's C++ STL, I guess. So
sure, it makes sense. Thank you.
it's simply a I would say a binary search, a modified binary search, in which we will be getting a value which is either equal to or greater than the target value.
Okay, makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, let's say if you are searching for 2 in a array, then if 2 is not present, then we'll be getting 3 or 4, just greater than 2. Or if we have 2, then we'll be returning 2.
Got it. Thanks.
Yeah. Anybody else? Okay. So shall we move to the last question?
Yeah, Ashish, do you want to discuss the time and space complexity of your solution?
Okay. So the time and space complexity will be just n into m. It's not more than that. The n will be number of rows and m will be the number of columns.
You're actually sorting also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, n into m, and then it's n log n. Okay.
So it should be n log m.
Okay, let me see.
Yes, even I feel it should be n log m because the sorting is the n is the length of the array and m is how many elements, how many intervals I mean present.
Yeah, yeah. it should be am into log n. Either am into log m or an into log m. Okay. Shall we move forward?